Hey guys, Desolate Magic here. We've actually got two critical issues, but the first one is about one sentence. So I'll start with that one before we get into what people are doing to cheat on Magic Online. Basically, I'm still investigating this, but there are code cards coming straight out of products that are not working. They open the pack, they put it into Arena, code says already redeemed. I have verified this myself, and we're investigating if it's like a region lock thing or what's going on, but that is pretty messed up. And no, they're not expired. It says expires September 2024. Okay, that was at least two sentences, but anyway, what are people doing to cheat on MTGO in the vintage ranked leagues? According to the user Bradley on Reddit. That's right, he just got the name Bradley. That must be an old account. So according to him, and with a video to prove it, he's saying that people are doing something that is really similar to another scam that was ran on MTGO that also Wizards didn't do anything about. And by the way, Magic Online was just sold to a third party, so if I say Wizards doesn't do anything about it, it's no longer their game. And so now with who they sold it to, definitely nothing is going to be done about it. Oh, and in the entire history of Magic Online, which obviously I'm not aware of the entire history of Magic Online, but the last 8, 9, 10 years that I've heard about, I have only heard that 2 people have been banned. And both of them, Wizards knew that that would be really bad, like banning someone when you've got like actual money in the game, and just outlining the fact that Wizards isn't just going to look the other way and pretend it is just legalese in case of liability, but like really you effectively do own your card. So when they banned these 2 people, both, I believe, were for actions outside of the game that had nothing to do with anything and none of their damn business. At least one of them, that was the case. I think you know who I'm talking about. They gave both of them time to sell off their collections. They're like, you're going to be banned in a week or whatever. I think one of them, they sent him a check or something, too. I think that was the other one. I don't know. They want to save face. They're like, this person's got to go. One, I think, was justified. One absolutely was not. But if word gets around that, oh, you've got a multi-$1,000 collection on Magic Online and you can buy and sell and trade for real money, cool, that's all fine and great until Wizards decides they don't like something you posted on Facebook or something and they delete your account and you lose all your money. They would lose 100,000 to 1 million players overnight. As soon as that blew up on Reddit, it would be over for them. It would be done. So these people that are cheating online right now, you can't not ban them or everybody's going to leave and it's all going to collapse because they're ruining tournaments, but you also can't ban them. That's a bit of an issue. So yeah, Magic's going to be dead. Remember, the Wizards just sold it off to a third party. Even they think it's dying. Come on. So maybe this third party will manage it better. Maybe they have actual standards for community stuff and bad behavior and all that, but I don't know. Who knows? So they could ban these people, but they better give them, a 1 to 2 week warning to liquidate their collections. And I don't think that would scare anyone. Honestly, they could probably just ban these people and nuke their whole collections, or just, the people are never going to come out publicly and admit what happened and say, yeah, it was me, I was cheating, but also Wizard took my collection. Everybody would be like, oh, world's smallest violin, piss off, you deserved it. But I think a certain percentage of people would be like, yeah, but Wizards does not ban people from Magic Online. They just don't. And when they do, so that they don't say, hey, a snap of the fingers, you can lose thousands of dollars of cards overnight with no warning, they give these people warnings. So I would hate if they did it. These people deserve to lose their collections, but that is the big predicament here. So what were they actually doing? Well, according to Bradley in his video, he was queued up in a vintage competition. I guess I won't get into it, but yeah, I don't consider vintage Magic to be Magic at all, Magic the Gathering. It's a different game. It's a coin flip. It's stupid, but whatever. At least it's not paper. Vintage digital is a whole different thing, but 144 people were queued up to this event, it looks like, which is a relatively small number, actually. And remember, this is the vintage queue, okay? There's only 3 things that vintage people enjoy: complaining, suing each other for shuffling their cards wrong and damaging them, and cheating. So naturally, enough of them got together that when they get queued up for like the next match in this, league ranked event, however it works, I don't use MTGO. If they go up against someone that's not in their little group of, I don't know, a dozen, 20, 30, 40 people, depends when you're playing. A lot of this small queue manipulation stuff, like with drafts and stuff, would go on at night US time. But yeah, Bradley was playing, and he said, okay, this person let the queue time out because they're paired up against me, and I'm not in their little group. And then when I got queued up against the next person, they want to give free wins. He called it win trading. Win trading is completely different. I don't know how he's misusing that term. That's amazing. If anything, it's win farming. Boosting is usually what you call it, but whatever. So if they get paired up against one of their own people, they'd say, here's the loser account, here's the winner account. We're going to drive this person up so that this account can get, a win. And it might even be the same person on like 4 different virtual machines or something on like 3 monitors, who knows. But they have the dummy always loses account, and then they've got the always wins account. And then they kind of say, well, okay, now you're at 7, you're at 8. Okay, if we win this, then you'll go up, and then they all split the rewards or prizes or whatever. Or they just use dummy accounts to boost bad accounts and get an artificial advantage. So specifically, the trick, if you see this, you know what's going on. I'm not instructing you guys on how to do it. I mean, this guy already thousands of views on Reddit, so, the horse has left the barn on this one. But if you see this, it is being done to you, which is why I'm telling you how it's done. But don't go out and do this. You'll probably get banned. So yeah, if they queue up against him, they time him out, and then eventually, I guess, enough of them got queued up against him that they needed to keep him out of the queue because they need, 50%, 75%, 90% of the people in the queue right now actively playing against each other in this event to be from their group. So what they did is, I guess the timers at MTGO are just crap. I can't believe this is allowed. This is amazing. Opening hand, decide to mulligan or not. 5 minutes, click, or probably 4 minutes, 55 seconds. Then they make a click. Then another 5 minutes effectively goes back, or goes on, elapses, whatever. Then they take one action. So they're going to stick him in the queue where if he forfeits, he forfeits. He gets a loss. That's fine for them. But they're using that account to tie up his account so that everyone left in the queue that's not stuck in a game is from their group that they're probably coordinating on Facebook or Discord. So then they say, okay, this is the optimum thing. My alpha account is going up against your beta account, and we need to, drive that one down, this one up, and this will, do this math. And now, okay, these 4 people can win. They can go, top 4 and get the highest rewards. So they literally trap people in games where your only option is to forfeit to get back in the queue, and then you'll lose the event and they don't care. As long as you're in the lower end, well, then you're out of the way of their cheater accounts. So the only way around it is just to ban it. He says he's reported these accounts to Wizards multiple times. He was on stream with multiple people reporting their accounts, which always does the trick. It didn't do shit. Wizards just doesn't care. They don't care. Their policy is don't ban people from Magic Online. So this wouldn't be a problem if enough people still played MTGO, because you wouldn't do this. The queue would be 500 people, not 144 like it was in his footage. So you go to the Reddit comments and it's like, is this guy making it up? Did it just happen to him once? Was it an experiment? Oh ho, no. First person, this has been a problem for a long time. It used to happen in Pauper, and the dummy accounts would go on 5, the top accounts would go 5-0, and you'd get about double your entry fee in rewards if you go 5-0. Now, how going 0-5 on a second account and losing makes that work, I guess you just don't want 2 accounts going 2-3 or 3-2, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't use MTGO, but you get the general strategy here. So as less and less and less people play MTGO, this is going to get worse and worse and worse. Because they used to attack drafts at 3 or 4 in the morning America time, where they'd make sure that everybody drafting in the pool was on the same page, and they say, you go red, you go black, you go, whatever. You grab this mythic, this will be my dummy one. And then people just enter with these god tier decks, just every on-color mythic rare. They'd be like, oh, Steve needs this, send it down 4. Oh, what did you get in this pack? What's in this one? Okay, let's go to this one, this one, this one. This one goes to him, this one goes to that, pass this, do that. And if you coordinate like that, and even 6 out of 8 people are playing along, can you imagine that? Instead of effectively pulling from one pack, you're pulling from all 8 simultaneously, and everybody's working together to make everybody stronger. Just completely not fair. Very, very, very hard to prove, though. You try banning people for that? Watch out. So yeah, they haven't been able to fix that for, I believe, at least over 6 or 7 years. Now get this. Another person posted, it's been an issue with Vintage for a while now. This particular streamer has tried to get any kind of response at all from Wizards on it, and nothing. It happened in Pauper, and it happens in Standard and Vintage, at least now. They sadly don't care to attempt to fix it or even acknowledge it. Welcome to Wizards. So yeah, this is pretty messed up. So they can use pattern recognition, time analysis, artificial win rates that seem higher than anybody could get with random chance, variance, or skill. But if they're going to start banning these people, I would just implement a system for blocking them from that queue and saying, hey, suspicious activity. They'd be like, okay, I better back up or I am going to get banned. Let's stop doing this, But yeah, there was a mass exodus of Magic Online several years ago when they changed how the reward structure works. I think there was an even more controversial thing before that. It was just bang, bang. Everybody said they were quitting. Social media was on fire for 2 weeks. And the ticket price, which one ticket is $1, so basically the price of one single, was fairly close to what it was in paper. I think, what was it, half, 75%, depends on the card. And this is before Arena came out too, by the way. But then they pissed everybody off, like upwards of, I've heard 1 million plus people quit, which, holy crap, sold off their collections. The bots that buy collections and pay with like PayPal or whatever for US dollars, which Wizards also just looks the other way and allows, despite it, I think, technically being a terms of service violation. But they want people to be able to cash out, because if you can cash out and it's not a one-way door, yeah, that's going to attract more people and they're going to spend more because they can always get their money out. But yeah, the ticket prices fell to, God, I think like 80% lower than paper. So if there's a $10 card, it's like 2 online. Ever since then, it has never recovered. I'm not like tracking MTGO prices, but I remember looking at them on like a pricing website. I think it was like TCG Player or something, and saying, yeah, that is pretty close to paper, but it's cheaper. That's kind of cool, but whatever. And then after that, it was like, wow, everything is like 5 to 1, 10 to 1 over, reduction in price compared to paper. It was bad. So I guess the good thing is it's cheaper to play a Magic Online, but at this point there is zero reason not to just jump on Xmage. I hate it, the community's garbage, but, well, these people are just literally cheating. So, I mean, angry European douchebags screaming at you and calling you racial epithets, I guess that's your standard Xbox lobby right there, really. But better than entering a vintage tournament for money and losing because you got cheated. Not much better, but a little bit better. Now, my solution that really is all-encompassing is just go play a different game completely. I mean, most of you have quit Magic, but you still want to know what's going on, so this is a channel for that, because I cut through the crap and don't, sugarcoat it to give you half the story. So hey, subscribe if you're into that, and let me know if there's a solution I'm not thinking of for this, other than just find the people doing it and ban them. I mean, they could just look for, who has a 90% win rate, which, yeah, maybe the pros do, though. That's the problem. And it's vintage. Who knows? You can get lucky. But you could say who all logs in at the same time, who's all coming from the same IP address. There's all kinds of stuff you could do, but it would have to take a ton of hours, effort, and investigation, and they're not willing, nor do they have the budget to do that. So it just is what it is, and it's just going to collapse. All the legit players are going to leave. These people won't be able to cheat, so they'll leave, and then there'll just be nothing left. So unless Wizards wants to lose their entire property, which they just sold it to a third party, so kind of a moot point, but if they want to stop collecting royalties from the third party, or if the third party's interested in fixing it, they better get on this shit now. But it's been years, it sounds like, they haven't fixed it. So pretty sad. Oh well, I'm going to go play a better managed game, which... Okay, I shouldn't really say that. It's a single-player game. It's a little easier to manage if there's just not other humans in it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.